is Jackie Sunshine Smith, the boxing diva, and you're watching the Sunshine Boxing Show, the TKO talk show, because we only talk boxing. And today we're talking boxing in Macau, Special Administrative Region of China, and we're talking to George Foreman Jr. How you doing, George?
Hello, how are you?
Great. It was so easy to remember your name.
Oh yeah, you can't go wrong with those Georges. You know, they can't go wrong at all.
Well, tell us, you and your brothers are forming a promotional company. Now, I did read where Big George said he's going to do the handshaking and all, but you guys are actually going to be the promoters.
Now, there it is. So, I mean, with, Bob and my father, Big George Foreman, they have put us in business, and they have launched us. So, I mean, whenever you have two legends in boxing, I mean, you can't go wrong. So Bob Arum said, hey, you know what, let me guide you through this. Be around for a very long time. And my father being with us, all the knowledge, you can't go wrong with that. So my brothers, George Foreman, the third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, all of us, we have a dynasty to build.
Well, who's the lead promoter of the brothers?
That's me.
That's you. Oh, well, we have the right George.
Yeah.
By George.
Yeah, that's me. So I sit in Bob Arum's office and we talk strategy, every week, and just are putting these shows together, making sure we're out at big events like this and actually being a part of this event. So helping with putting things together, being around the fighters, helping just any way I can, and getting a full experience of not just big events in the States, but big events international.
Okay, now Monk used to fight. Is he still fighting, or is just going into the business side now?
Yeah, the one thing about Monk, he's a Rice graduate, so I mean, he's smarter than all of us put together. So I mean, he got smart enough to get out of the game. Anybody's 18-0, very talented fighter. Okay. I mean, the heaviest hitter I've ever been around. But I mean, he's just a smart businessman. So I mean, very smart. If you don't have to do it, why do it?
So, and technically he can relate to what the fighters are going through better because he's been there. I guess sort of like I trained in the gym with boxers when I was managing so you kind of get a feel for what's going on in their minds psychologically.
Yeah. So I mean, he'll take a little break from boxing right now and do some business stuff. But it's me and my other brothers just really kind of doing everything. So.
Now, whose decision was this? How did it come about? Tell us, how did it get started? Were you sitting around the breakfast table one morning talking boxing and say, hey, let's do this? What happened?
Well, when my brother Monk was fighting, we traveled across the country and we got so much good reception. I mean, in places like Yuma, Arizona to, different parts of Louisiana. Okay. And so I was like, this is fun. Our brother's not fighting anymore, so we don't have any stress. Yeah. So now we can really do this and turn this into a business and then help other fighters brand them and brand these events and have a good time doing it. So, I mean, that's really what it's about.
What's the name of the company?
Foreman Boys Promotions.
Foreman Boys Promotion. Do you have a website?
You know what? We're working on that now, but you can find all the information on georgeforeman.com, okay. BigGeorge.com. Okay. And so it's George Foreman Presents Foreman Boys Promotions. Okay,
I've been to Foreman's site. It is huge. That is a very large site.
We just redid it too, so it's gonna be even better.
Okay, well, I'd like to thank you so much. Now, again, remind us the first date, the first show, the location, because Bob Arum did mention this yesterday when I interviewed him. Also.
You know what? That's the best thing about doing this. I wouldn't get into boxing just as a hobby. I mean, I got into it with a true legend, a true, pioneer, and then with my father, you can't go wrong. So Bob is talking about our event. Yeah. He's doing everything behind the scenes with us. And so April 27th in the Frank Irwin Center, Austin, Texas, gonna put on a good show and go from there. That's where it starts.
All right, looking forward to seeing great shows. Another Hall of Famer promoter, perhaps in the family, with Big George being in the Hall of Fame as a boxer.
Hey, we never know, but I'll go for that. I'll go for that.
All right, thank you so much for being on the Sunshine Boxing Show.
Thank you. All right.